What's going on, real? This is Trey.
And it's Tasha.
Man to the real, where we always keep it real. And we are here for the Black Widow review. Spoiler!
Spoiler alert. If you
Spoiler.
haven't seen it yet and you don't want to be spoiled, click off the video. Come back when you watch it.
Now, I hope one of y'all done clicked up ahead of the video and you get your ass spoiled because you shouldn't be listening to the goddamn intro.
If you ain't reading or listening, because it's going to be in the title too. So, but we just got back fresh from watching Black Widow.
Went to the 7 o'clock show.
I personally enjoyed the movie.
Yep.
I had one complaint, which I told Trey in the car, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But that was like my only complaint.
I don't even remember the complaint.
It was at the end.
Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
That was my only, and that's not really a complaint because I get why they did it, but it's just for me. So, I don't know why people like hating on the movie already. I guess
That's people.
I feel like it's a female thing, but you know,
we start the movie off in 1995. You know what I'm saying? As the family that you see, they younger versions of themselves.
yeah, at them as an actual family.
Yeah.
Like Nat knew what was up, but not Yelena because she was younger.
Exactly.
Was it 6 years difference for Nat? No, she was 6. She was 6 at the time, right?
I think so.
Yeah, she was 6. I don't know how old Nat was. I don't know if they said specifically, but I know Yelena was 6. But you know, they was in suburbia. She riding her bike down the street when the video coming on, and they living this wholesome ass life.
But they were also spies. They were there to do
their
something.
Cover. That was their cover thing.
Like,
and they were like that for 3 years.
Yeah, Shield popped up on their ass, and like I thought we were gonna see Nick Fury for a second, or Coulson or somebody in that bitch, but no, so none of that. But you did see Shield, so Shield is a force in 1995, which we already knew because of Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, but you knew that already. They get away, and they take the girls. No, they get away and they go to Cuba, and they take the girls to
I don't even remember his name.
What's the fuck? They take them to the Red Room. They take the girls to the Red Room. The dad, Red Guardian, and the mom, who was injured, went on about their lives.
Yeah.
Cut to a new scene. Cut to 21 years later. We're right after Civil War. 21 years later, boom. They got the time. They got the years right. That's a jab at Homecoming. They got the years right.
Yeah, it's basically when she's on the run because of the Sokovia.
It's right after that. After that scene, it's right into it.
Yeah.
It's right into it. And like Natasha's so fucking smooth. You thought she was in the same building. Ha! Bitch, I'm on a boat across the fucking Atlantic somewhere. Bitch.
I like how they got him listed for the cast.
Yeah. Yeah. And
the mom's name is Melina.
Yeah.
And then Alexi is the dad.
It was nice that she was already across the waters doing what she needed to do, hiding out. This guy that's, I guess like he like her, but it's like he more like a friend to me. He to me come across as a friend. Her sister was on a mission. She's already, what was the shit was called? The little red shit? Like she's already under control.
Oh, you talking about the little stuff they use to unmind control them?
Yeah, because the whole Red Room is being mind controlled. They are being mind fucked.
So basically, in the movie, we learned that the mom Melina was like working for. I was looking for his name, Dracoff. That's his name.
Yeah,
working for him. Bitch, let me just pause. When I tell you they got the most slimy, scummiest, ruthless, heartless motherfucker to be the villain for this, like I don't think I've seen a human villain like that in Marvel. Just don't give no fucks about nothing or nobody.
But we'll get to that. But enter Taskmaster because Yelena has sent
Natasha.
I was gonna say Scarlet Witch, Black Widow, Natasha.
Yeah.
The cure for the widows. She on her way to go get us some gas for her generator. Next thing you know, Taskmaster and blew up a fucking car, bitch, everywhere, bitch.
Yeah, it must have been a tracker on the stuff though for her to be found. Yeah, so they have their fight scene.
Yeah, which was good. Like it was a good fight scene.
I think all the fight scenes in the movie were good. Like all the action parts of the movie stressed the fuck out of me. Like that's how good they were. Like, I don't know if you felt like that for every scene. I
Like-
feel like every scene where they had action, it was pretty good to me.
Like, I feel like all the set pieces work get together when they were fighting. We cut to Taskmaster defeating Natasha because, of course, that's gonna happen. This is the first altercation. Hero ain't coming out on top. Of course not. The Captain America throwing up the shield. That shit was like, I'm like, bro.
That was interesting how they had Taskmaster fighting.
Yeah.
That was very interesting. So that was like cool for me. The whole mimic thing or whatever it was called. Or
If you're a comic book fan, you know that Taskmaster can, once he know you, he know you.
I ain't never heard of that motherfucker. So
Yeah, you seen him. I played him I played against him in the game. Ain't
what game?
The Avengers.
The one that came out last summer
I don't know. Yeah, I think it came out
with the girl,
Yeah,
Miss Marvel. I don't.
I had to fight him with Natasha in the
But
beginning of the
before
game.
then, but I'm just saying like that's a game though. But I'm just saying like before now, like any kind of stuff I've watched Marvel based, I don't personally remember Taskmaster. That's me. Cause like remember when we first watched the trailer, I was like, what can they do? Like what you know? I was
I
like,
still can't believe you don't remember him because I played against him in the Spider-Man game. Taskmaster is out here.
okay.
Taskmaster's been in a few cartoons too. Like I can't remember which Spider-Man cartoon I saw.
But
him
you
in.
know, you gotta remember, I always be like, I watch DC stuff. I didn't watch Marvel stuff like that. So I would have just been like, who is knockoff Slade? That's what I would have been like, because that's what it been for me. Like, when I see the mask and stuff, who is knockoff Slade? So, no disrespect, because, like, the movie was good. Like I said, the movie was cool. The fights were good. Like, that whole take on Taskmaster fighting, like, that was cool. So
the fight between Natasha and shit.
And Yelena.
What the fuck?
Oh, when she pulled up in Buddha. She calls it Budapest. Is that what it's really called? Because I thought it was Budapest. Because, like, is that not how it's pronounced? Because her and the dude was arguing. Like, the dude that kept bringing her all the stuff in the movie was, like, arguing that it's Budapest and Budapest. So, I would think she'd know because she the spy. You know, like, they had to study that shit. So, maybe that's another misconception with Hawaii. You know, maybe it's a misconception. So... But
yeah, I know y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? That
when
ain't
she
Hawaii,
pulled up-
it's Hawaii. Then,
when
like,
she pulled up to the house and they was already like they was choking each other with curtains,
they were
and
beating
shit,
each
I was
other
like,
ass.
they were really fighting, and then they had to literally call a truce to like stop because they were choking
No,
each other.
know why Natasha called the truth? Because she's like, okay, yeah, this is my sister. Like, she's not trying to take me out. She saw like she was finna kill her. She was like, no, she can't do that.
That's wild though.
And I'm like, they were beating each other ass. And then here come the widows in. Now they gotta help.
They had to like escape together.
And hell yeah. And then I'm like, Natasha fell far as fuck. I thought she should have died from that fall.
She hit a lot of shit though. They like broke her fall, but it also broke her in different places. But the other girl that fell straight down didn't die right away. Remember, she was alive too. So and she fell straight down way further than Natasha did, and she was still cool. So. And it was sad, like, the guy, Dracov, made her, like, take herself out with the widow's
suicide.
thing. I was like, what is that? Trey was like, oh, that's the widow's thing. I'm over here like, what? I was like, he said they do what widows do. Like, they sting. I'm over here like, bitch, you lying. And then she took herself out, and then it looked like Venom really had, like, fucked her up, though. Like, I know it's probably, like, an electrical current, but the way it looked, though, I was just like, damn. She on the ground crying, I don't want to do this. I'm like, bitch, are you, like, we serious right now?
I honestly thought Natasha could have grabbed her arm and broke that shit or something like that.
Well, she didn't know probably if she was going to shoot it at her or herself at first, so she probably wasn't trying to move in like that. But it was like, the movie came on to me like tragic. Like, I just feel like this movie was a little darker because it was kind of like the whole human trafficking thing, which is how they pretty much got Black Widows. It was like kids or people that nobody gonna miss, you know, like stuff like that. And I don't know, that part, it was just kind of, I got choked up in the beginning because it was showing how it all started. Because, like, after they covered, like, after they were done and their cover got blown and they went back to old dude, that's when they separated them. And she was like, I'll kill you all. Like, she was about to kill them then at that young age. And see, that's what I was wondering, too. Like, were they just plants? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm assuming at that age, she didn't have any training or whatever yet. So, for her to do that.
It looked like she had a little bit of training because the way she kicked. Like
And
just
it's
a little bit.
possible. I don't know the details of that part, but I just know like she was ready to take their ass out behind Yelena though, because she's like she's just 6, so maybe she did go through something.
Yeah, because he
He
said
did say you were
was
younger, yeah. So I'm just like that's wild as fuck, but
they go on their little expedition to find Alexi, get him out of jail, break
that shit
him
was
out,
ignorant.
whole fucking jailbreak, fucking
Avalanche. That's what happened.
Yo girl,
Yelena, I like her. She
fucking
funky.
caused a fucking avalanche, and damn near killed everybody.
She probably did because we don't know what was left under that snow. She probably
They made it out. I said damn near killed everybody.
Oh, well.
So they didn't die.
Yeah.
But of course they wouldn't.
And of course, from there, we go to mom, we go to Melina. They going to, she out here teaching pigs how to do whatever. Like, whatever she was controlling pigs. Like, if she told them to open the door, go in the house, stop breathing. Like, I'm sitting up here like, excuse me? That scene was a little much, but I get why they did it. Like, when she had the pig stop breathing, and they was just sitting there having a whole conversation, I'm like, but can we check on the pig, though? Like, please. Like, can we not? So that shit, that was wild though. So the mom basically explained that when they infiltrated Shield, right? Ain't this what she said?
Shield, or when it was Hydra.
Yeah, she infiltrated, but instead of them stealing like weapons and stuff like that, they stole like a breakdown of how to control free will, basically. And that's how he got the technology to basically control the Black Widows. Like they basically have to do whatever he say because they control. But the sad part about it was the actual them was still in there.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know, Yelena was telling her story like
it was basically like they were Bucky. Think of it like that. Like they know what they're doing, but they can't control what they're doing.
So they still remember all that shit. You know, so because it was fucked up when they had that scene where like the lady who they was trying to do the first mission for, like Yelena killed her right after she like, she had realized that she killed somebody she knew, but it was too late. But that's why I was like, this movie was real dark and tragic. Like it was good, but it had a lot of dark elements to it.
Yeah.
But while we there and everybody pissed off about the family reunion because everybody together now, then I think like Melina told Natasha that she had to call like the Black Widows in or whatever, and they only had like a couple minutes, so you know why they were doing all that. And then like when they did it, I was like, maybe she did that on purpose to like get them up in there. This motherfucker had the Red Room in space. Like a whole
space.
I mean, right? It basically was almost in space. It was above the Earth's atmosphere, basically. Though
it was in the sky, like fucking.
It was in the clouds.
It was in the sky, like
it had to be up higher than planes could see it. So I'm like,
off the radar,
right? So that's some ignorant shit. She was like, that's why you couldn't catch him, cause blah blah blah. And then the only part I'll touch on there was, I guess, a little surprising. They had the flashback of when she thought she took him out the first time, and she killed his daughter as like collateral damage. Mm-hmm. Like that part, and like she was just, I think who was Hawkeye that was with her asking if it was like all clear, and she was like yeah, and she basically just used the little girl to get to him or whatever, but he still ain't fucking die. Did they really even say how he survived that though? I don't think that might be the one plot hole that they skipped over, because like he survived that, but they didn't say like how.
Like, I don't remember if they said.
I mean, with all the shit he had cooked up in his movie, though, it's possible, because that motherfucker was really doing some ignorant shit. So
we get to we go cut to the, because we don't want this video to be too long. We go cut to the end.
Well, I mean, it's a review. We ain't got to talk about the movie exactly how it happened. Just say how we thought about it. So.
And the ending, well, not the ending, the climax, basically.
Yeah,
same ending.
All them back-to-back fights.
Yeah.
in
Natasha pulled the Winter Soldier, had the mask on, but the dude knew. It was fucking crazy how he knew.
Oh yeah, that face swapping shit or whatever.
And like,
I wonder if he knew, because you remember like when he got ready to touch her face, she grabbed his hand. Remember, she grabbed it at first, then she let it go and let him do it. And I wonder if that was like a natural reaction. The other lady might not have did that.
Possible.
That might have been a throwaway too. But he also said like when you look in the eyes of a child that you raised or something like that, like it's them or some shit. So
yeah.
But yeah, that whole thing was the ignorant.
And I'm gonna tell you this. This scene is one of the darkest scenes Marvel's ever done. Hear me out. To have a man just hitting a woman in the fucking face
And she couldn't do nothing.
And she could not do anything. Have her, when he raised his hand to her, like her jump in sheer terror. I was like, yo, y'all are pushing on some dark shit right now. Oh, back up. Yelena talk about how they...
Oh yeah, on the plane when she was talking about how like when the dude asked her was she on her period when the dad asked, and she was real graphic about I don't have a period because they literally took my uterus out. Like they shoved. She was like they shoved they up in there, took it out, chopped it up into little pieces. He was like okay. He was like I don't even know like, that. Nah, let them know what it is. Like they can't. Like, they were efficient in making sure they couldn't have kids. So I don't know, like if back in the day, somewhere down the line, they just like maybe tied their tubes and somebody messed around and had a baby anyway, and they was like, nah, fuck that, we gonna make sure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they were real. So I know some dudes probably like squelched at that part, but whatever. Yeah. Like man up, since y'all so manly, man up and listen.
But
to
the
that
shit that fucked me up at the end, I'm like, this dude is beating her ass.
Yeah. The part when she couldn't do nothing to him though, like you know, like she tried to stab him and shoot him, and she couldn't. And we was like, it was like the fuck.
I'm like, you a goddamn Avenger, shoot this motherfucker.
This bitch talking about his pheromones, and I said to Trey in the movie, why is he so close to them? He made me so uncomfortable. I was like, I'm uncomfortable because he was sitting in that chair right up. I was like, I'm uncomfortable. Why are you so close? Now I get it because they had to smell him. For that shit to work. That's why you so close. I'm like, bitch, can you back the fuck up? And then we still in Corona. They got these new strains. I'm just thinking about the spit with him talking. Just like in her face, like, please stop. He was like, that man was the scum of the earth. I wanted him to die so slow.
I'm like, and if once you, like, what they touched on was how it's like so many girls that they could use and find. And like, Natasha took all the doubt.
He specifically said that the world has this one untapped resource, like too many, like basically he was saying there's too many females in the world.
Yep.
And then there's so many of y'all that don't nobody give a fuck about that it was so easy for me to do this. He basically was like gloating about the shit. And I was just like, that's dark shit, but that's the world for real though. Like y'all know human trafficking really happened. It's like this movie was basically about human trafficking. Except in the Marvel universe they were turning into Black Widows. We know in the real world that's not what they doing.
Exactly.
So, and then there's so many of them that's dead. Because, like I think Yelena was saying, like, you know, he would get 20 and only one would make it to the red room. And then he would just kill the other ones, you know, like they was just nothing. And I'm like, just think about that, though. Like, half of them didn't even have the opportunity to make it where they were. And they were in a point where they still had their lives taken from them in a different form of, you know, matter. Like, they had basically had their free will taken from them. And that scene when they was all in coordination with each other in the red room when they was doing that shit, I was like, bitch, I wonder how many takes that took. They
dancing and shit, this ballet. I was like, what the fuck are they doing?
Whole ass the Marvel Infinity dance. Let's go.
Like, this shit is ridiculous. But to me, it was a good movie.
Yeah,
like no movie's perfect, but I'm like,
because the action scenes were action packed. Because like I said, they stressed me. Trey heard me hollering at the end. I was like, bitch, they are really free falling. I kept saying from space. They really free falling from space. Like this was that Battlefield trailer and they fighting mid-air. Bitches is up here shooting and free falling like on purpose towards people trying to take them out. I'm like, the building is exploding. Can we please make it down to the ground? Like, I'm tired.
That shit was nice.
The way her sister fucked that plane up at the end and she got blown back and she jumped off with the parachute and put it on her. I'm like, child, that shit stressed me. Them action scenes stressed the fuck out of me. Like, I can't. They really stressed me.
I enjoyed the movie. I know it's going to be a lot of people mad at the Taskmaster reveal.
Yeah.
And a lot of dudes going to be mad about that.
But I just feel like it made sense for her movie, though, to be honest, because her movie was predominantly about women. Like, they're Black Widows.
Yeah.
And then it was like a mistake she made that came back to haunt her in a way. Like, you thought you killed this little girl. Turns out she's still alive, but her daddy been using her as a weapon this whole time. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it made sense. Like, I get it. And then you couldn't even tell, though, until, like, the big reveal at the end. Because the way the suit was made and the way she fought, like, you really thought straight up that was like a dude. Like,
initially, like, looking at it, you think it's a dude.
I think that's why some people gonna have some of the issues.
That's gonna be the negative. That's gonna be the negative part of the movie that you hear. Trust me. Yeah. If people have negative things, that's gonna be the major negative thing people have to say about this movie. Why they gender bend Taskmaster? Who's to say they're not gonna bring Taskmaster back as another villain?
So later on, this is her mom's outfit she wearing with Yelena jacket over it during Infinity War in Endgame. So she been wearing her family outfits, and we didn't know until this movie because of what we saw.
Holy shit, that is.
Yeah, that hurt me when we got home and I found that out. I was like, that hurt me a little bit more.
Oh,
because like when we were watching the movie, I was like, I wonder at the end if they were going to show like a future clip so that her family would know she was dead or whatever like that. So when they showed little sis at the end pulling up, I got choked up. That's the part that pissed me off about the movie. The one thing, like, that's for me though, because I got choked up and then that bitch ruined it with what her name, Valentina, whatever her fucking name. The one that came at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's like recruiting people. I know some people won't mind because of the shock factor of who she gave her as a target. Like that's probably like what people focus on. But for me, I'm like, we had to mourn Natasha already, but it's like you got to see her family. Like her sister knows she wasn't there, and I feel like she took away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like for us, I know she's been there more than once because they had the stuff already out there. But for me, bitch, that was my first time visiting her fucking grave, so I'm gonna need you to chill. Like, but I get it though. Like maybe they ain't want to end on a fucked up note like that, but I just feel like that was the only thing for me that like and
they did a good job of making you like Yelena.
They really did.
They did a really good job of making you like her.
She was quirky. I
right?
Like it.
So you can in future movies be like, okay, yeah, this is Black Widow. This is the Black Widow legacy. I'm okay with this.
I like her because she's like a kid at heart assassin.
Yeah.
Like she's like Natasha, but she got her sense of humor a little more than like Natasha was more so hard. Like, she tried to block people out. You know what I'm saying? Like, when she did the thing in the movie about we not really family, we not sisters, blah, blah, blah. And then when they made the fun of her about why you pose, she's like, why you do this? Why? With the hair flips, bitch, I die laughing. I'm like, keep her. Because that shit was pure gold. She really got on the ground in the convenience store like, what is this that you do with the hair? Like, what is this?
I was like, she do
and that. Then she tried to do it and then got up to me something. Like, she was like, I can't do this. I'm like, please. That shit, they was being so petty in that movie. I'm ready for the family memes from like Fast 9. I know they coming because like that shit was about family for real. And that shit was funny.
Really was. Like,
it was good though. I liked it. It's just,
I'm like, I wish it would have came earlier and it would have came on time.
Yeah.
Because people have been waiting for it so much, and I know how the internet is. People gonna try to tear it down so bad, when in fact to be a comeback movie, it was very good. I wish it would have came when it was supposed to, and that would have made it better. But because people have been anticipating it so long,
I'm the type of person, I think when I go to the movies, if I enjoy the movie, then I'm gonna say I enjoyed the movie. I don't try to nitpick every little thing like some people do, like at the movies or whatever, because I know everything not gonna be comic book accurate or perfect or whatever. And like for me, like I like Captain Marvel, even though a lot of people didn't. But for me, I feel like I like this more than I like Captain Marvel, only because like I've been rocking with Black Widow longer. So to finally see her story, like to me, it was her story told her way, good, bad, ugly. You know what I'm saying? And I can appreciate that because she's gone now. We may or may not get more of her as cameos, but her story is over though.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm like, so for me to see it from the beginning, well, mostly from the beginning, and it's still sad because she didn't really have closure about her mom either. Like, she thought her mom discarded her as trash. Come to find out, they killed her mom. And then he even tried to jab at her like, oh, the tombstone said unknown. Like, when she asked what her name was or whatever. So it's like, your mom was looking for you all this time and you never got to meet her. These people took that part of your life from you, too. And
then the crazy part was, fucking Red Skull told her dad name in fucking Endgame. Like, that's a fucking just for you to die. Like,
and then Trey told me like the little part when her and Yelena was talking when they first met up, and she was saying how for her on her birth certificate, like she was a science teacher and she had a son. And he was saying she had a son in the comics with Steve, I guess, in one continuity. So that little part was cute. When she was like, you're a science teacher with a part-time job.
Bitches, didn't her and Steve have a son? But I can't remember. Maybe I'm wrong, y'all. Yeah. I thought her and Steve had a son.
But it was. But I thought it was funny when we said your husband renovate shit. Cause like, bitch, had she married Hook, that motherfucker tear some shit up. He be renovating some properties, alright. Just not in the way you wrote down on that birth certificate or whatever she made. I was just like, please, like that's the first person I thought about tearing up some damn houses. Somebody renovating. Okay. But it was cute though. Like it was a good. It wasn't cute. Let me take that back.
It was good.
It
to
had
come
certain
back.
parts of it that was cute. Yelena was cute. Like she had her moments. Like I liked her. I really did. I really liked her. But
I can't wait to see her again, especially in the next project she in. Which I'm not gonna say. I'm not even gonna spoil that part. I'm gonna let you go see it for that. Everything else I told you, cool. Yeah. But the last little bit,
just that they were their own version of family, though. I feel like everybody has their own version of family. Family don't necessarily always got to be blood. You know what I'm saying? So for her to say she had two families, you know, like I just feel like I'm glad we got to see her be happy a little bit while she was here, because her story really was sad, though.
Yeah.
So that's the part to take away from it. It's low key sad when you actually think about it. So. But we gonna get out of here again. We enjoyed the movie. I don't know if Trey want to give it a specific rating like he did.
I ain't got no rating for it. Like
I feel like it was good though to me. If you like Marvel,
your mic on?
I guess not. It's recording right here though. So
what the fuck? Hold on.
It's up there. Maybe the light's just not on though, because it's moving when we talk. We'll see in a minute.
That's crazy.
But
sorry, y'all.
Damn, I forgot what I was saying. I don't know. But anyway, I like the movie though. I just feel like if you're a fan of Marvel in general and like most of the characters, you'll like the movie. So
yeah. I'm so triggered right now, y'all. This video,
I don't know why you triggered though, because like I said, it's moving as
it's moving, though. But like the fucking lights are not on, and the lights need to be on. See, y'all get real shit over here, bro.
Right, all the behind the scenes bloopers,
all
and him
shit.
Walking away half the time, that kind of shit.
Fuck that.
But real I don't
talk
know.
Tomorrow.
Should I put this up now?
Yep.
Okay, well, real talk tomorrow then, and then
it's 10:34 p.m. Put it up.
Just like I said, well, it's if you made it to the end of the video, you were spoiled. So, but if you still go watch the movie and want to come back, let us know how you felt in the comments about the movie, what you liked or didn't like, how you'd rate it. Let us know in the comments, and we'll see y'all tomorrow for real talk.
Could it be better? Of course, every movie could be better. Even Endgame could be better.
I'm just appreciative we finally got her story, because bitch, it took forever.
It did. Like, it really took now I'm happy that I saw it. Yeah. Now I can put the character of Natasha Romanoff to
and
bed.
Now we can accept the new one.
Yeah, and I accept the new girl. Like,
my adoption papers are pending. She's a part of our family now because I love her.
Because I can't wait to see what she do.
I've been had her Funko Pop.
I can't wait to see what she do. Whatever next project she's going to be in. That's the one thing I'm not spoiling in this movie.
She got her little vest on the Funko Pop. I just realized it. You see it?
Yeah.
She got her vest on, baby. She was going in about that vest. It was so funny. That was so cute when she was in the car and she was talking shit about. She was like, I knew it. She was like, you like it, right? And she was like, all the pockets. She said, I use all the pockets.
Don't say nothing, but look around.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
That is funny as fuck. Well,
we're gonna go for real though.
Yeah, we're gonna go for real, and we'll talk. I'll probably talk about the fucking insane tomorrow. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And you'll see if you watch this video, you'll see what we talking about when I say it tomorrow, because that's what we were looking at.
Yeah.
Thank you for the support. Like, share, subscribe. It's Trey
and it's Tasha.
Real.
You already watched, so you might as well subscribe, please.